Aquarius, welcome to your end of June weekly tarot reading. And let's get right into this. Do remember to look at the playlist for your sun, moon, and rising sign to see what additional messages are there for you. Time and energy is fluid, not linear. Now, I have to say, Gemini's reading was fantastic. Libra's reading was fantastic. No pressure. Let's see what's going on with you. We have Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours with a 33. Someone else got that recently. I don't quite remember who. I like it. I like freedom. You have Trust, Egg Moon. Look at that. That just popped out. Trust in the process and a 32. Trust in. We're all in a state of becoming. So, yeah, some kind of trust here in something that's, I don't know, growing for you. It's weird that the egg is underneath the nest there. Interesting. All right. We have a change in the wind. Change is coming. All right, let's get your bonus cards here, Aquarius. All right. I kind of feel like your reading's going to be more tame, but I don't know, it could be completely wrong. Let's see what's going on. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's take a look at your recent past. Depending on your timeline, maybe not so recent. It could be way back. You may not have even experienced it yet. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Here we go. Well, bam. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Eight of Pentacles. I like that. And the Four of Swords. All right, let's see what energy is crossing. And my throat chakra has been going crazy this whole time. Oh, here we go. Eight of Swords. Yep. I mean, freedom is yours anytime you want it. Six of Swords. There we go. And the Knight of Swords. Wow, Gemini. Got a lot of Gemini energy here. So we have the eight. We have you like walled off your heart? Have you detached? Are you not letting anyone in? That's initially my first feeling that I'm getting here. King of Cups is a very deep, emotionally mature energy. This is someone who's ready and willing to share and receive. But we have it crossed by this Eight of Swords. This is worry. This is being trapped in in your mind. It's a mental prison. It's not real. Okay, so you need to trust your own heart. And now it could be that you were hurt in the past, even farther back than this, because we do see the Four of Swords here, which comes after the Three of Swords. I don't think you trust your heart, or you're not trusting other people's emotions or what they're offering you. There is distrust here, and worry is what I'm seeing with those two cards. Unfortunately, not saying it's not valid, just saying that's just how I'm calling it. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is good energy as far as your work, what you're doing for your pentacles, your resources. You know, it's saying you're showing up every day and you're becoming a master. You know, but now we have the Six of Swords crossing that. This is moving on the calmer water. So I don't know if you've recently changed jobs. Maybe you had to move. There is a sense of movement here. With regards to what you're doing here with your emotions, possibly. I had to clear my throat again. It feels better now. So, yeah, there's some movement here. I'm being drawn back to this King of Cups and your emotions. I don't know, something going on here, Aquarius. Why you would want to leave something that it looks like you were just really putting a lot of effort and time into. But I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. You had to leave something behind that you worked really hard on, is what I'm feeling. We have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Swords. You needed to heal. You had to leave something behind. Maybe you were the one that was putting in all the effort. You know, maybe you were the one who was giving and not receiving. And yeah, I really think you set yourself free here with this Knight of Swords energy. Because we have with the Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords energy, I think you set yourself free from something. We have the change in the wind too. You had to you had to trust yourself on something. I'm not exactly sure what. It could have been a relationship, it could have been a work. You know, we do have the Pentacles, but that just could have meant that you were putting in a lot of effort into something. It doesn't have to be work. It could have been a relationship that was, I don't know, something just not right. You had to set yourself free. That is basically the big thing here. You had to trust yourself, trust your intuition, is what that Eight of Swords is saying. You had to trust your intuition here because things were not as it appeared. For some of you, I'm getting some kind of harassment at work, you know, or a harassing type environment that you just had to leave. That's just a message for some of you. And that stinks when that happens. All right. Yeah. Taking charge, being bold. We have the Queen of Wands in your current energy. Yeah. You're not going to take no nonsense. You know, she's free. And so are you, Aquarius. You are free. Ace of Pentacles. I think you're going to create your own opportunities here. And now the Three of Pentacles. It might be a step back, you know, but may not. Oh, look at that. This just jumped out for you. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is good. This is really good. Ah, look at that. You back in the saddle. Look at that. Eight of Pentacles again. You're not going to let this derail you. Wow. Okay, the repeating cards that keeps coming up in every single reading. Four of Swords again. Four of Swords again. Wow. And the star coming out for a lot of people too. You, I think you have a lot of skill here. You have the Eight of Pentacles twice, so you're working on something. You Here's the thing: your knowledge and your talent and your skills, nobody can take that from you. Those are things that you get to keep, and that's why I value, you know, my education and skills so much. You know, you can switch jobs, you can move, you can change, you can take those skills and knowledge with you anywhere. Remember that, Aquarius. You know that. So this is you coming out of that situation, being very bold, assertive, following your dreams, following your happiness as well. You know, I really love this. Wow, that has been a recurrent theme for the air signs, is following your hopes and dreams, really getting connected with something that is going to fulfill you, your soul, you know, what you really came here. I feel like people are really waking up to their purpose, you know, their happiness, what they love, what they desire in really good ways. We see this collective consciousness here, this pool, you know, that you are divinely connected to at all times anyway, you know, and you may not know everything, but you'll learn as you go. That's fine. You just got to get started. That's the thing. And that's what we see here. You're being drawn to it like a moth to a flame. You have no choice, really. The opportunity is huge. And you know this. And quite possibly you weren't appreciated there. You know, there was something about that situation that just wasn't right. You know, maybe you weren't being emotionally fulfilled there. But I get the feeling you just cut your losses and you take your talents elsewhere. You're going to keep doing this work. You are focused that this is what you want to do. I think it's the same thing that you were doing before. It's just a different environment. You know, this is a gift from the universe, this new opportunity to do the same thing. I think quite possibly could be same thing. and I think you know the importance of this opportunity here, this Ace of Pentacles. I think you see it for what it is. And we have the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords again. This time, you're working with people that are in alignment with you. This is teamwork and it's creative. They're helping you out. They're not just standing around watching you, they are assisting. And maybe you didn't have a good support team before, but you do now. You can rest and relax now. There's no more worry and stress. Before you had to have this rest and relaxation because you were stressed and tensed out. But now it's showing up in a different way, isn't it? Now you're relaxed and content because you're in the right environment, is what I'm getting here. People see you're showing your work off. People can see how talented you are, Aquarius. You're getting I feel like appreciation here, you know. But now your work is, you're just in the right zone. You're in the right frequency. You're around the right people, is what I'm getting here. So that's very nice. So if you were experiencing a rough road over there, things are going to smooth out, is what I'm feeling. All right, let's see what the future energy is. Momentum, speed. Hey, all right, you like it. That is the Eight of Wands. That's Sagittarius energy. Let me move this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm a silly goose. I'm always cutting up, making my son laugh. I'm just a goofy person. What are you going to do? I like it. I like being goofy. All right, Three of Cups. There's a three again. It's creative energy. I love threes. Six of Cups. Wow. Nice. Very nice. You got a good reading too. Yours, it's I think even more hopeful than the other ones, because I feel like you came from a more contentious past. Wow, this came up for I think all of you. Seven of Cups here. More options coming in, hot, fast, and wet. Maybe. Love RIPD. Eight of Cups. Okay. Oh my, jeez, Louise. All right, too many cards. Seeing all kinds of stuff. Let me hold on. Hold on here. We just need one more. There we go. Judgment. Ooh, okay. All right. We'll see about that. We'll get to it. Excuse me again. Man. Throat. Calm down. You have an 8 and an 8 there. A lot of options are going to be coming towards you. Fast. Could be messages too, because this is a card of Mercury, even though it's Sagittarius. I think your luck is picking up. Momentum is picking up. I think, you know what I'm getting here? You're putting your work on display. You're in a much more relaxed place. You're with people that are like-minded. And I think you're putting your stuff out there for people to choose, for people to pick what you're doing, So you are the one that's putting options out there for people. And guess what? They are going to gobble it up. Whatever this is that you're putting out there, that you're putting your heart's desire into, it's going to attract people. It's going to attract attention. It's going to attract more opportunities. And man, this incoming energy, Aquarius, it's fast. If you're putting yourself out there, either looking for, if it's social media, if you're looking for more followers and stuff like that, you're going to get it. And it's going to come pretty quick and a lot, So I think this is really good. Let's see if I'm getting any other messages here. Incoming messages about it. I feel like people are wanting you for things, wanting you to create things for them. That's what I'm seeing here. But then you, with this Seven of Cups, you have to choose who you want to work with and who you want to, do these things for. I feel like you're the one making these cups here. You get to choose who you work for. And that's what I'm getting here. So a lot of communication and a lot of speed. This is Mercury, it's fast. All right. So that's going to be speeding up for you, however, that's going to come through. We have the Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Once again, I get this feeling this is a card of your community and being social with the Three of Cups. You're going to be with your crowd. That Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, it's about people that resonate with you, that are on the same frequency, that have the same goals, the same initiative, the same interests. And you're going to walk away from anything that's not right. You know, I feel like you have a new crowd. It might be smaller, but it's quality over quantity. You're just not going to have none of this. You just don't have time for it. Always get a sense of time with the Eight of Cups, releasing things, because this has kind of, kind of built up over time. And it's like, no, no, no. I don't have any more time to waste on that. Been there, done that. So very quickly deciding who is the in crowd. You might be walking away from more people as well, or situations that aren't good. You're going towards more happiness. We have now, here we go. Six of Cups. This is a card of nostalgia. It can be, remembering a past person. Could be. I'm just going to throw that out there. But it's generally shows these children in a protected courtyard, saying that you are protected right now. You could be receiving a gift from someone. It could be someone from your past. It could be someone you knew as a child. There's a childlike innocence and purity here. It's a good card. Now, the Judgment crossing it is this could be a soulmate coming in for you. With the Judgment, now there's a couple of different things. It could be a past person. Now, it could be a past life person for some of you. You might feel really inexplicably drawn to this person, like you have known them before, but maybe you've never met them in this lifetime. I'll tell you a quick little story. I was in Hawaii. I was at this 1-year-old's birthday party. I was dating a Hawaiian guy at the time, and it was I think it was at the Hilton or one of those really nice hotels in Waikiki. And so really big event, lots of food, these big tables. And I was sitting across from a lady, and she was dating his aunt or something like that. And we were talking. We knew each other. I knew her, she knew me, but we sat there for probably about an hour and could not figure out how we knew each other. We went through bus routes, places I'd worked, because I had been there for a few years already. At the end, we were just sitting there looking at each other, realizing in that moment we had never met each other here in this realm, on this planet. And she kind of detached from that conversation. I think it freaked her out a little bit. I was intrigued. I thought, man, we really know each other. I can't remember her name, but man, I'd love to talk to her again. We never could figure out how we knew each other. And I realized later on, or actually, I think I realized in that moment that it was something otherworldly. We knew each other from a different time, a different lifetime. Isn't that a trip, you guys? But anyway, it could be past life, soulmate coming in for you. You'll know it, but it just could be a second chance for happiness here, or a second chance to follow a dream you had when you were a kid, something like that. Take this however it resonates with you. This is a wake-up call, a spiritual wake-up call to your hopes and dreams. At no point in our lives really are we more connected to the spirit world than when we're children. We're the closest that we are, well, except for when we get a lot older, where we're still really connected to the divine. A lot of people, as they get older, they lose that connection. They get really caught up in the material things. Not me, not so much, but a lot of people. So that's what we have here with this. And let me know if you've ever had an experience like that, meeting someone and knowing that it was from another time, because that is a trip. I find that incredibly fascinating, and I love supernatural stuff. All right, we have path. Wander on the path less traveled, what you find might surprise you. Woo! We got an adventure coming up here, maybe. Oh, look at that unicorn. It's so fluffy. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. I like it. And look at all that horse energy too. We have bell, announcement. There we go. Because that's like ringing a bell too. Mountain road. You are on the road or path to success. We have that path. Look at that. Because we have the path to mastery twice in this reading. And we have ladder. Look at that. You have success twice here. Climbing toward success. Another fantastic air sign reading. I don't know which one is best. If you have Gemini or Libra in your chart, watch those too, or just watch them just out of pure curiosity because they were really amazing. So that's going to be it for now. Let me know, did this reading resonate with you? Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.